Your adventuring party is going to use an assortment of skills and tools to get the job done while adventuring. In this video, we're going to talk about how skills and tools work both together and independently. This is Master the Game. I am Juice. Let's get started. Make sure you head on over to rpgjuice.com, where you can get caught up on the latest videos, the latest news, and blog posts from Juce himself. So when 5th edition came out, they introduced tool proficiencies. And this was something that was a little bit confusing at the start. Many felt that it just gave you advantage on different checks, and others thought it just meant you get double proficiency. Now, it wasn't until Xanathar's Guide to Everything came out that we got some really good ideas on how to use tool proficiencies, both with skills and independently from skills. Some DMs were already applying this in their own personal games, but others, I know, weren't. We're going to start talking about skills. Now, a skill is based off of your attribute plus your proficiency bonus. Some abilities, like expertise, give you double proficiency, but this is rare. In fact, it only applies to a couple class ability. For example, rogues might get expertise, and they might apply it to something like stealth, and at first level get a crazy number like a +6 or 7 to that ability check. Most of the time, you're just going to have a simple +2 and plus your ability modifier for whatever skill you have at first level. You can do a skill untrained. For example, you can make a history check to figure out if you know how old this book is. And you're just going to roll a straight intelligence check. You're no proficiency, that's fine. You can still try to know these things. If you have the proficiency, you're going to take your ability modifier and your proficiency and roll. If you succeed, you succeed. If you don't, you fail. Really, really, really quite simple. Now, your DM might say, well, this is dwarven literature, and you're a dwarf, so I'm going to give you advantage. This doesn't happen all the time, but occasionally your DM might allow something like that. Using skills like stealth and maybe a sleight of hand to pick someone's pocket. Again, very straightforward. There's not going to be any tools associated with this. A DM might say you need tools to do the job. For example, you can't brew something if you don't have brewing tool. Now, there will be times when a skill and a proficiency overlap, and you are going to be able to do your proficiency bonus and advantage. Typically, when you have the tools, a DM is going to give you advantage on the check. In Xanathar's Guide to Everything, they mention having an added benefit. So when these things overlap, they might give you an extra bonus to do these things. Maybe they give you more information. Maybe you find when you pick the lock, you also find another secret compartment in the chest. There are a lot of ways to handle this. And the possibilities are endless. It's going to be up to your DM on how they rule this. But ultimately, remember, tool proficiencies give you advantage, and a skill is just going to be your proficiency bonus. Sometimes you need tools to do a specific task, and other times you don't. Now, a tool like a crowbar is going to allow you to break a door down a lot easier than if you don't have it. And so again, it's going to give you advantage. But your DM might have you making an athletics check. So maybe you get to do both. And upon doing so, you knock the door into the goblin on the other side, and you get the surprise round. There's a lot of ways to do this, and I would love to hear how maybe you guys in your home games have used tool proficiencies with skills. So leave a comment below about it. So that about covers skills and tool proficiencies. There's not a whole lot to say, but I do want to talk about this because, again, this is something that a lot of players and DMs don't use properly in their games. And that's okay. If everyone's having fun, that's what matters. If you liked this, be sure to hammer that like button, smash that subscribe button. I am Juice. This is Master the Game. Game on.